Okay. Good afternoon. Well, hopefully you watched the first part of the video. If you haven't, quick recap. It doesn't take a lot of the pint cans, the big bottles that they got a little bit of. It will take them. They just squeeze in, but your standard German ones, these, unfortunately, that's not going in. It's close, but I don't think it's going to go. I will have a proper look, because obviously these are the most important ones to it. These slightly smaller ones here, it will take, so they're fine. But them long thin ones might still be an issue. I haven't opened one to find out yet, but I will do before. This is going to be, firstly we're going to put Murphy's through. I think I showed you in the original video that the batteries all go in here. I won't bother. 3 batteries not supplied by our Chinese friends, but they go in there anyway. I've got them in there. So basically, one thing that you're all going to ask is a stout. There is an ice pack that goes in there, as you could, in there, that bit there. That can just stay like that, because obviously I'm not using that part of the machine. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to do a complete back pour and let's see what it does with the Murphy's, because I know that it's working, because I've tested the mechanism on it and everything. As I say, it takes 3 AA, or is it AAA? The bigger batteries, AA I think it is. And we'll give it a Murphy's. I don't have a Murphy's glass, so I'm going to have to use a Bateman's just to see where we're at with it. I took this out of the fridge, as you can see, so it's not so cold as it would be. And let's just see what it does. What I don't understand as well, the cleaning of it will be, I mean, you're never going to clean in that middle bit, are you? Because you've no way of getting in there. But I suppose you can clean your pipes through like you would, but then you'd have to run water through it like you do the Fizzics, I think, to kind of clear the pipe. Otherwise you'd be getting Murphy's on the next one. But I will go into that and look at that afterwards. As I say, this is going to be a little video that I'll put together with a load of stuff to show you that this machine is probably, in my opinion at the moment, really not worth the £102 price tag, as I say, which you'll know if you watched the unboxing originally. Right, let's get the Murphy's in and see what he's going to do with that. You know, the dual pouring, as we said, for a snake bite could work, but for most other things, why? You know. And then let's be honest, you can do a little bit of a mix in the glass. Right, here we go. Hold on, it's in the middle for mixing, so we want it to go this way. Hope you can see that up there, but that's just got your this side, that side, and your blend. Right, so we're going a straight back pour. I don't know, one thing I've got to say is there's not a lot of give here, but hopefully you won't need that. Anyway, here you go. Let's see what it does. Has it got the microfoam technology of the Fizzics? Not as quick as the Fizzics, that's for sure, but it's coming out and it is looking good, I've got to say. That is looking good. That's it all the way back pour you're seeing. God blimey. Went a bit nuts at the end. It's a bit over the top, wasn't it? God, Jesus. I'm not paid enough for this, you know. But yeah, it has pretty much done what it's meant to, apart from the mess. Yeah, that's kind of, I'm gonna have to clean it all now, aren't I? But it has done what it should be. And let's leave that there for a sec. I'll take that out. Lucky I was cleaning it up. I certainly am, that's for sure, aren't I? Because obviously you've got this mess here. So, I mean, obviously I'm doing this to show you, but you wouldn't want to be doing this every time for one drink, would you? Because obviously that's quite messy to that effect for that one beer. It will be an expensive old time. As you can see, that is building in what is going to be pretty much a halfway decent pint. is actually used right down to the widget, so there's nothing left in there really. No, tiny little dribble at the bottom there. So pretty much used the whole thing. I'll give it that. So yeah, that. And that is slowly, I can't remember the word of it. Special M knows, Michael knows. I still think it's no physics. I think Michael will tell you the same thing there, but you know, you could have two at once. I don't know. I think most people will look at this and say that's one hell of an expensive gimmick, mate. That's what I think personally, but I think the cleaner, as I say, will be pretty much the same way as the physics. But there you go. It's almost ready now, and that is in effect a pretty good pint, isn't it? You've got a good head on that. Look, as you can see up close, and it has done its job. It's got them tiny bubbles that you really want as well. A little bit more head you could have asked for, but to be honest, that's a pretty perfect pint, isn't it? Right, I'm going to end this one here. I'll do a clean down and everything, and I will do some more. I haven't decided quite what we're going to do yet. We're going to do a few mixed things and so on anyway, but we'll make it into one big video, so then you can skip, jump, and so on and so forth. Anyway, for myself for now, you know it's bonjour. Good evening, back again. Right, and this time I'm going to do the mixing of it, but because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, and then I kind of thought to myself, I know how I'll do this. So obviously, as a lot of you know, if you've watched the video before, you'll know that that doesn't fit the 600ml bottle of Blanc. So when in doubt, you have your little mixer. So we can, the good thing actually with this, we can do it as a 50-50. So there is kind of, we're going to do St Rawbury, the Hawkston cider, which is a 330ml can, as you all know, with Blanc that I'm going to also do 330ml. If you wait, I'll let that tidy up there, and there you go. That's almost about right. So there you go. So I'm putting it in there, but it don't matter because there's loads of gas, so you're not really losing on that thing. So we're gonna in effect have a snake bite on the machine. So we've got the ice thing in here, as you know, which keeps the drinks cool. You put your two funnels in like that. You get your side bits on like that, and then you put it on mix. Blimey, hold on. Oh no, that way helps. So I've turned that from, that's tap 1, that's tap 2, hopefully you can see that, and that is mix. So unfortunately, as I say, you've got to hold these glasses like that. Unless I use a well cut glass. I could use a well cut glass. That might be somewhat easier because of the bigger top bit. Hold on, let's have a look. Although it's big as well, I've got more to play around with. Yeah. So let's try this. Let's see if this is going to mix for me. So we're, in effect, we are doing a Blanc. Yeah, there you go. She's filling up well. In effect, a Blanc as a snake bite. In half pours after you stop that though, I'll tell you. Just give it a good bit here, see how it's going to do. You see, it really takes time to register the stop. But there you go, people, look at that. I've got to admit, it does look alright. The bubbles are decent. Yes, you've got that. You know that cider's in it. I don't know what this tastes like. It's just something I decided I want to taste. Obviously, it was suggested already, as I'd suggested before, and White Glove, our fellow Spurs fan, do check his channel out, I suggested in there to look at them. So that's exactly what we were going to do in a way. Oh, God, tell you what. Now that is lovely. Now that's taken out a bit of the sweetness from the St Rawbury, but it's overpowering the Blanc. So you're getting more like of a strawberry. This is like a strawberry wheat beer here. that's decent. Wow. I've got to admit, yeah, let's have a look how much blanc we used. I'll soon tell you by taking off the thingy. Can't get used to them little bits. Yep, that's how much blanc we've got left, as you can see there. So yeah, that works. Do you know what? And I do like the way the ice pick works, but as I say, you could pour them out of a can, couldn't you, if you really wanted them that badly. But look at that. Wow, that is, yeah, this is a drink. This has come out of the blue. Obviously, let's be honest, you don't really need one of these machines to even do this, do you? You could just chuck a bit of each in the glass, but I don't know, maybe it mixes it through nicely together. That is fantastic. Wow, I'm really impressed. I think these ciders with this blanc could work, because, as I say, you're kind of in effect sweetening the blanc up a little bit. Yeah, that's fantastic. What a mix. The strawberries proper coming through. Like I say, in effect, that's like a strawberry Weizen. You've got the coriander, you've got the orange peel, you've got everything you're getting from a blanc with the zestiness, but you've also got a bit of strawberry sweetness flowing into it, and that is working all day long. Yeah, I'm really impressed with that. As I say, could you do that yourself? I mean, the head's not lasting too long. The difference is there, you can kind of, you should be able to redo your head a little bit. Yeah, so you can just back pour and give yourself a decent head again. But yeah, that is the only trouble is you've got to clean through two, haven't you, when you use two rather than one in your Fizzics. You know, you could swap them around on a Fizzics, put one bottle in, take the other one out, and vice versa. It depends what way you're going to look at it and what way you're going to play this, but I must admit, on merit, that is decent. I'm impressed. If I think of anything else, I'll be back with something else with it. As always, what can I say? It's not goodbye, it's a bonjour. Right, here we go again, people. So you should have seen the stout. This thing's froze now. Even come with water from China. Bloody hell. How weird is that, right? So we're opening this back up. What we're going to do now is a standard lager. As you can see, I cleaned that, and literally you just run it through like you do on the Fizzics. So I'm going, hold on, I'm going to open this bottle of beer. Just got a Perlenbacher from Lidl, cheap enough. This goes in the middle, and the idea of this is if you've got a couple of drinks in, it gives you a bit of time to keep them chilled. I don't see that there's that much point in that, but one of them things. Another thing I did notice as well, people, and I must tell you, was if you were pouring a wheat beer through it, if you could get the bottle in, look. So the only way you're doing it is going like that. You're not actually going to sit it on here because it's going to be too, it's not going to fit the only way like that. You'd have to hold it all the way through the pour, which it is doable. I get that. And the same as well with these bigger base ones, it could almost fall off. So yeah, anyway, I've got it on bottle A, not mix. I will do a mix, as I said to you. So after the stout, let's see how this goes and see what type of head we get. So here we go on the pour. I'm holding it up, obviously. As I say, it's very slow, but do notice that when I stop the pour, it's no bullet on the old speed, is it? But it's getting a good enough. Look, it just pours for fun. That's without doing the back pour. Oh God, here we go. Okay. Well, I'll tell you one thing. On a brighter note, it does have really, I might have known that would happen. It does have really intense bubbles, doesn't it? As you can see there. But I don't even think I got the whole bit of that one actually out, did I? I don't like the way that these kind of hold like that either. No, as you say, I didn't even get the whole bottle out. It's okay, we know where we are with it. As I say, that is showing you that you can't use a too big glass because you're not getting it under it. So there you go, that is your second pour. I'm going to come back and think of what else we're going to put through it. Well, we'll put some more things through it. I'm all up for giving it a chance. But let's be honest, I just read someone's review on the comment. They said bag of SHIT. I thought, well, it's a box of, isn't it? Not a bag, but as I say, yeah, it's not winning any. It's not going to win anything over, I don't think, here. And as this one, the whole idea of this channel has become like taking one for the team, us doing it so that you don't have to, and that works for me. I like testing things and giving an honest opinion. Obviously the first video's already gone out at the point of building this second one up, so anyone wants to tell me anything, they know it can, and I can look at it in here while we've got it here and everything. So as always, you know, it's not goodbye, it is bonjour. Okay people, let's see, we're going to do Hackney Church Brew Company. We're going to do their Pilsner. We have reviewed it, do check out the full review. Going to do it from the back bit this time. Yep, that's good, that's good. Definitely not so lively on the can this time, which is always handy. Hopefully we'll get a good pour. Obviously anyone that watched before, the one earlier, it wasn't such a good pour. In we go on there, it's still nice and cold. And let's see what we're going to get. So, let's see if it works some magic. Just for once. It would be nice. Obviously that wouldn't fit, but I'm going to turn it like that. So as I say, I do notice that it pours very slow. But it is pouring not too bad, if I'm honest. Let's see. Hopefully them little bubbles are what we're looking for. Remember, this is a 440ml can, so we're going to have no problem here. It's already getting bloody lively, and the worst thing is, you see the way it just keeps pouring out when you stop it. That is a good head, but oh, it's a cracking drink. The bitterness and the fruit flavour there. But you see what I'm saying? Again, it's poured again for miles longer than it should. Hence why I've got beer over me, beer over here. And obviously I didn't even back pour. Obviously you're meant to back pour to make the head like that. That is it. But I've got to say that is a good head. Look at that for a can. That is a. But again, it's not doing its job, is it? No matter what way. You see that? You stop it and it just pours itself. You see this bit here is what should be getting your head. As I say, that is, although it's almost a 4-finger head. Real old craft beer would be proud of me here, but you know, you can't sugarcoat it. It does pour it all the way out, as I've said to you before. You literally get the whole lot of the can. But overall, it's not great again, is it? Luckily, the beer is kind of special. This one is available at the moment on their website. Do check them out. Hackney Church Brew Company, our friends in Hackney, East London. Has it enhanced the flavour? I don't know. Probably not. But the head, that is a good head. That's how the head's holding and everything. That is kind of how you want a head, isn't it? That is, yeah, that's winning, that one, isn't it? So there you go, that's another bit. I think that's 5 I've done. I'll probably do something as a mix, and then I will say that will be it. Alamon Pêche to Beaujolais Nouveau, as they say in Spain. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. So back on the Amazon. Oh my God, okay, must have been a bit of water in there. Right, I'm going to put through a Hackney Church Pale Ale Renaissance, 4.5% ABV, and one of their core range. Put perfectly sessionable pale ale with laid back bitterness, plenty of American hops for a punchy fruit flavour. Expect tangerine, tropical fruit and a refreshing grapefruit finish. And obviously it's brewed and canned in Hackney, East London. I've froze the Chinese water, as if you've been watching the video that I'm putting all this together. Hopefully I'll get all the order right of everything, so it'll make sense. If it don't, then I did try. So we're going to put that in the middle like that, how it goes, and we are just going to use, that would be the back, that would be the front, that would be the jolt. We're going to go on the front one. So we're going to put that round like that, as you can see there. Front pour, back pour and jewel. Hopefully I've explained that properly. Hackney glass there. As I say, this is one of their exclusive core range. It's a bit lively, isn't it? Never often like that. But yeah, there's a lot to come this year, as a lot of you know from Hackney. Do check their socials out. So here we go, people. That's locked in, and let's see what we get. So obviously I'm going to pour forward firstly. As I say, I was impressed. If you jumped in this video in the middle, do check out the Hawkston and Blanc Snakebite. Here we go, people. Out it comes. As you can see, I'm pouring there now, like that. You're doing it as if you're pouring in a pub. It is lively though, this one. Don't think I'm going to need to back pour here. I don't know why that's just being so lively. So there you go. This is again, I haven't even back poured that, and this is what gets you. Let you stop pouring, and then so much just keeps thundering out. That for me is, I can only say useless. Jesus me. As I say, well, can't speak, can't lie, can it? I don't know what I'm meant to do or say to that. Let's just try this one. Now it's struggling to come out, as you saw there. Again, exceedingly lively. Remember, this is on the front pour. And again, look, you stop it, and it just carries on, literally like 2 seconds. So yeah, this £102. Okay. 2 glasses. Excuse me. Yeah, and I've got to clean the bloody machine after. I mean, I'm not winning, people, am I here? Let's be honest here. But we'll be doing another one, which will be a back pour one, which will be added into this video. I just haven't quite decided what I'm going to do at this precise moment in time. I am looking and thinking about thinking. I do need to do something with this as well before the old special one does it. A lagerita. Lager mixed with margarita, hey? 4% ABV. Doesn't feel that appealing, sorry. As I can say, I can't, and as you know what the Hackney beers come out like, certainly not like that. That is an absolute joke. I was going to taste test it and everything, but trying to get through the froth, it's going to be a bit of an issue, isn't it? As I think we know here. But yeah, you've got that lovely tropical fruit, citrus smell. Let's say we've been there. We have reviewed this, I'm sure, some time ago. One of Special M's favourites. Yeah, and as I say, lovely bitterness from the American hops. Total fruit running through as well. That's a great drink. It's just not quite how I wanted it poured, is it? Anyway, that's it for this one. I'll be back soon with another.